Education is the answer to break the cycle of poverty in East Africa, and people from Vancouver Island are making it happen. The Aga Khan Foundation of Canada is filling in the blanks in the education systems in those countries with the first ever preschools they've seen. Hey Channel's Mary Beth Burton traveled this month with foundation volunteers to Kenya and Tanzania, and this week she'll show us how Canadian aid is making the difference for these people in developing countries. Mary Beth joins us now as we begin a special series of reports, beginning tonight with education. Mary Beth.
Hudson, the spiritual leader of the world's Ismaili Muslims, the Aga Khan, is taking a big-picture approach to helping the world's poor. For the past 10 years, I have volunteered with the non-profit, non-denominational Aga Khan Foundation Canada through its World Partnership Walk in Victoria. And I have seen now firsthand the projects in Kenya and Tanzania that have been funded by the money we are raising. A vital part of the foundation's work is empowering people to change their own lives, and that begins with a solid education. Overcrowding doesn't begin to describe classroom conditions in a primary school in the slums of Mombasa, Kenya. There are up to 125 children for every one teacher. 2,200 kids attend this inner-city school. Assisting their 27 teachers with training is the Aga Khan Foundation-funded Kenya School Improvement Program, or KENSIP.
As a project, what we are trying to do is to help the teachers handle large classes. There are certain skills that we enhance their capacity to handle large classes.
Poverty is the biggest obstacle for these students. Half of them don't have food at home, so they spend their lunches at school. But there's not much stimulation here either. A stick and a hoop become a makeshift basketball court, and a tattered soccer ball is the most coveted toy on the dusty playground.
You find that most of these children are abused due to the nature, their background.
What kind of abuse are we talking about? Physical?
Physical abuse, sexual harassment, and sexual abuse.
Making school a safe, supportive environment is a new priority for KENSIP. It wants money to build a wall around the property.
Because there are drug traffickers who pass by, there are thugs who pass by, there are all sorts of people with ill intention who come to a school and bring with them those kind of influence to the children.
Females are scoring poorly in math and sciences, and they're leaving primary school, some as young as 9, because they're pregnant. Abu Zaidan Nursery School is 6 kilometers outside Mombasa. There are no desks or even chairs, but there is organized learning. By having children sing songs in both Swahili and English, the Aga Khan Foundation is helping communities in East Africa recognize the importance of early childhood education.
Life in the primary school is very competitive. The teachers there expect the children to have mastered the alphabets, to have mastered the list numbers 1 to 100. They should be able to read some simple sentences and some simple words.
45% of kids in this community never go to primary school, but a nursery school primer may help. The community is responsible for the building and for keeping transparent financial records. The Aga Khan Foundation trains teachers and provides ongoing support. Just kilometers away, but a million light years ahead, we find the $20 million Aga Khan Academy. It's a glaring contrast to the other schools we're taken to in Mombasa. The academy offers an international baccalaureate program only found in the world's most elite schools. The academy boasts a diverse ethnic mix, and admission is means blind. If a qualified student can't pay the $3,000 a year tuition, the costs are covered by the Aga Khan. The academy has great teachers and bright students. It also has its very own sports facility. The aim is that if you educate kids who are from here, they'll want to come back here and be leaders in their own country. In Kenya, there are 10,000 university spots for the 60,000 people who qualify, sending the country's best and brightest to Europe, Canada, and the U.S. for post-secondary studies. At an after-school Swahili Culture Club meeting, grade 4 girls teach us a traditional dance and have very informed opinions.
I know in the whole of the Mombasa, there is no other school that has learner profiles like caring, principled, and risk-takers, which all of you were right now here. By dancing.
A headscarf is part of the uniform for girl students at a madrasa preschool in Zanzibar. This school opened in 2004. There are 57 children registered here. The school itself is a community meeting place, so a new school several meters away is under construction with locals raising the $25,000 Canadian. We bring letters and pictures from children at Victoria's St. Michael's University School.
Wanted to draw you pictures and tell you about their life in Canada, and they hope you will send a letter back to them so they could be your friend.
Madrasa, the Arabic word for school, has a religious Quranic component, but the main aim is to get these kids ready for primary school.
What we do is integrating the secular subjects in the madrasa preschools, including math, languages, including English and others.
And in another rural Zanzibar village, Kaguna, in the searing 38-degree afternoon sunshine, the classrooms are closed. More than 480 children take morning-only classes 11 months of the year. The school is a community building, and there's a fundraising effort to build a residential home for teachers because attracting them to this far-flung village isn't easy. With desks and blackboards and eager students, the village supplies the will. And the Aga Khan Foundation shows the way with leadership training. The $20 million academy we showed you is not funded by the foundation, but all the other schools we profiled tonight do benefit from your donations. Here's a photo that I took myself in one of the preschools. It's a chopped up plastic bottle, and there are 3 wheels. This is one of only 2 toys for 42 children in one preschool. An example of creativity at work, but certainly an example of desperate poverty in East Africa. You can get more information at theworldpartnershipwalk.com by signing up yourself for the walk or sponsoring a walker like myself. Tomorrow on Canadian Aid in Africa, we will look at healthcare in the developing world. We toured remote dispensaries where the poorest villagers are operating their own healthcare systems, Hudson, and they're doing it in the black, all thanks to training from the Aga Khan Foundation Canada.
All right. Thanks, Mary Beth. We'll look forward to that.